Okay, I'm going to try this again, see if I can do a better job of explaining some things about the ISU essay, or your school may call it IRP, Individual Research Project. So let's go over and open up one of these files here, this one called the Emily Snyder IRP essay, and take a look at that, just to blow this up a little bit. Get it to, well, it's not very helpful over there, is it? And there we go. It's still not very helpful. So let's go back to 100%. All right. Taking a look at this thing, she starts out her essay. Notice that it's not properly formatted. Let's get a little tool going here. There should be, up in this area, your name, the class, the date, the assignment, and on the right-hand side, upper right-hand corner of every page, something that says your last name and the page number. So in my case, it would be Stone 1. Let's just go back here and take a look at her opening again. This quote, written by Eric Fromm, traces the growth of the characters in both The Lovely Bones and the Poisonwood Bible. To spare oneself from grief at all costs can be achieved only at the price of total detachment, which excludes the ability to experience happiness. Though it goes on to talk about characters in two books, the two books that she read. But here's the gist of it. And then get the tool again here. This is her thesis statement, and it's not a very good way to start an essay. The way you want to start an essay is with what's called the hook. A hook is a statement that catches the attention of the reader and brings them in, puts them on your side. So you say something interesting, something pithy, but you generally do not start with your thesis statement right off the bat. It's too abrupt. Let's look further down here. Again, this is not helping us here. And that's not good. So let's just get through here. All right, now we can scroll through it here. The first body paragraph, we have the terminology for essays. You have your introductory paragraph, and we have the first body paragraph. And the first sentence in every paragraph should refer back to the thesis statement. So the first sentence in body paragraph number 1, the Price family in a Poisonwood Bible becomes separated partially by choice and partially by force. Let's go up and see what the thesis says. To spare oneself from grief at all costs can only be achieved at the price of total attachment, which excludes the ability to experience happiness. The Price family in a Poisonwood Bible becomes separated partially by choice and partially by force. What do you think? I'm not sure that really specifically supports the thesis statement. So let me get out of this document. Let's try another one. And with this one. Now, again, don't have the formatting up here that should have what I was saying, showing that you're in the MLA format. Okay, so let's close the ink layer here, and the smart thing. And notice how it does have an original title. Now, your essay is supposed to have an original title. Analysis of how the characters in Bag of Bones and Doomickey relate to the themes. It's a title. It's not very exciting, not very original, but okay, he tried. And he starts off by saying Stephen King is one of this century's greatest authors. He's woven countless tales of horror and wonder that have left an impact on many of his readers. Okay, so he's tried to bring the reader into what it is that he's saying. But again, I'll leave it up to you as to whether he's succeeded. Two of his books, Doomickey and Bag of Bones, have been considered by many as his best novels so far. Both contain strong themes of love and friendship, suffering and loss, good and evil. What makes these themes even more powerful is how they're woven into the lives of the characters in each book. The characters in Stephen King's Doomickey and Stephen King's Bag of Bones to illustrate the themes of the stories in a very effective way. Now, I don't have to tell you that that is a real problem. It's that's his thesis statement. Okay, and take a look again. The characters in Stephen King's Doomickey and Stephen King's Bag of Bones. Okay, he doesn't need to say Stephen King 2 times there. Eliminate unnecessary words. The characters in Stephen King's Doomickey and Bag of Bones he should have said illustrate the themes of the stories in a very effective way. Again, this is a very general thesis statement, and when I marked his paper years ago, I pointed it out to him that it really wasn't as specific as I was looking for. So let me let's close this ink layer and get back to another essay. The title of the file says a good IRP essay. Throughout playwrights, character traits, motifs, symbolisms, and themes become evident. These aspects are what shape a character and a need they feel for acceptance. King Lear, written by William Shakespeare, and Death of the Salesman, written by Arthur Miller, are wonderful examples of these. I think that the idea is. I'm sorry. I think the idea is to refer back to the character traits, motifs, and symbolisms and themes. That's what the person is referring to. Okay. Okay. This one's not, even though the file name says it's a good IRP essay, it's not. Let's take a look at this one. Argumentative essay on Allende's novels. Right? Again, she did what she should do, which came up with an original title for the essay, and over here, Over here, the name is, although I've blotted it out here, it's correctly put in the upper right-hand corner there. Allende's novels depict female protagonists who are motivated by love and justice that is influenced by magical realism. Interesting start. In the novels The House of the Spirits and Daughter of Fortune, the effect of love and justice motivates the protagonist's ambitions, relationships, defiance of their political hardship, and their domineering patriarchal families. This becomes a justification for their journeys. Interesting starts to this essay. Let's take a quick look. So the first sentence, novels depict female protagonists motivated by love and justice. Okay, that's not the thesis. In the novels The House of the Spirit and Daughter of Fortune, the effect of love and justice motivates the protagonist's ambitions, relationship, defiant to their political hardship, and their dominating patriarchal families. That's the thesis statement. And the next sentence then is the bridge, is the bridge to the rest of the essay, to the body sentences there. Right? So that thesis statement talks about effect of love and justice. And then let's take a look at the first sentence of the first body paragraph. In both novels, existing characteristics should be characters. Existing characteristics focus on higher authority and reputations the Truba and Somers family possess. Right? All right, that does refer back to the thesis statement. Okay, the rest of the paragraph will just explain what that's about, a long paragraph. Bear in mind that paragraphs normally, a well-written paragraph is about 5 to 8 sentences. I'm just going to keep scrolling down, down, down. This is something good here. This is an effective in-text citation. In-text citation. Okay? So start out with, let's go up here. A man without honor is a dead man. Okay? And they have the quotation from the book within quotation marks, and then in parentheses you have the author's last name and the page number. Close parenthesis, period. Okay? That's the way to do it. All right, finally we get to the next paragraph. Within the novels there's an influential focus on family passions, which is also affected with family conflicts. Does that refer back to the thesis statement? Yes, it does, because they talk about the passions. Okay, so let me close this down, and we'll take a look at one more essay effort. Could have used an original title instead of IRP essay. Yes, I know it's your IRP essay. The MLA formatting is missing up to the left and up to the right. Take a look at this. It's the choices that humans make that ultimately define who they are. The protagonist, okay, so that's a good example of a hook. The protagonists in Timothy Finley's Pilgrim and Robson Davies' The Manticore are prime examples of how life's decisions and human choices are what define character. Now, you can really tell on this one what is the thesis statement, because this person went ahead and put in a different font and bolded it. Internal psychological struggle is what best defines human character. This struggle can be seen through human rewards, actions, and choices made by an individual and ultimately dictate his personality and character. Now, let me tell you about this. That's not a good thesis statement, because your thesis statement needs to be rooted in the literature itself. You need to be arguing something about the literature, both books themselves. And take a look again. Whoops. Take a look again at this. The thesis statement, internal psychological struggle is what best defines human character, is more of a moral or a psychological issue. But this is not about morality or psychology. This is something about literature, and that's what you have to always be talking about, your literature.